It's quarterfinal time in Dubai, the big WTA 1000 event, and we have some big names still left in the draw. We've got Iga, we've got Rybakina, we've got Coco Gauff. On this one, I'm going to be previewing Iga versus Zheng. And here we go. This is the quarterfinal draw for Dubai. We have so many big names in. Vondrausova, we've seen what she's been able to do at Wimbledon. Cirstea, she's rolling back the years, playing great. Paolini's looking good. Rybakina's struggling through, but still here. Iga's dominant. Qinwen Zheng, dominant as well. Coco Gauff, not been straightforward, but she's here. And Kalinskaya, who's playing amazingly as well. It's going to be a really, really interesting quarterfinals. I think a lot of these matches can go one way or the other. I feel some of them are 50-50 matchups, and we may see some surprises. And what I mean by that is, I'll be surprised if we see Rybakina, Iga and Coco Gauff all advance. Let's get into the tweets, and I'm going to be focusing on this video on Iga versus Zheng. And Iga is now 13-0 in her last 13 matches against top 20 players. We know Qinwen Zheng has snuck into the top 10 now. She's flying so high after a great Australian Open where she got all the way to the final. I know her draw was very favourable, but still, she has been winning matches, and that's the main thing. She's had a little bit of a wobble since then. I know she lost to Leylah Fernandez really comfortably, but followed up today with a great result against Potapova, which was definitely not an easy one because she's been in some good form. So it's very fascinating how this one could play out. Iga, on the other hand, is on this run, and she's finding back that form which we were seeing in sort of 2022, where it's just looking like she's going to just keep going now until Roland Garros and beyond, because she's so good at Roland Garros. And she's pretty good at the Sunshine Double. And in this kind of form, you just see her like winning everything. But of course, there's a little bit more competition, I feel like, now than what there was in 2022. Coco Gauff has shown that she can push Iga and beat her. We've got the likes of a Qinwen Zheng, who's coming through, a younger player, looking quite promising. And of course, Rybakina and Saba, who I would say are playing some of their best tennis we've seen for sure in their careers. Specifically Sabalenka. I know she's gone out, but still I think she's having the best spell of her career. Moving on to the next one. This is Iga's form since the US Open of 2022, and she's reached the quarterfinals in 19 of the last 22 events. The only one she's missed is the Australian Open 23, Australian Open 24, and the US Open 2023. So she just hardly misses any events like the back end. She always goes quite far. And I guess it really is a bit surprising how she's not performed so well in recent years at the Australian Open. Maybe it is because she hasn't got her rhythm going. She's had the off season and that month of where she's not playing tennis. She finds it a little bit hard to get back up to speed, but it doesn't take her long, because usually after that, she's in Dubai or Doha and she is dominating. And that's exactly what we're seeing at the moment. This next one's a bit of a funny one, and this is the new Brazilian sensation. I believe he's only 19 years old. He goes by the name Fonseca, and he's just beaten Fils on a clay court, and in really easy fashion. He is a Grand Slam junior champion, I believe US Open, but correct me if I'm wrong. I know he's definitely won a junior Grand Slam, and he's so good, and he could be a real name for the future. The reason I'm sharing it on this video is because we've got Bastian Fakinen saying he thinks he's Iga. He is rocking the pink On outfit, On Running, I think that is the brand. And it quite suits him. And you can see here Iga, of course, she is always wearing On right now. That is her sponsor. And she is gone full pink in this post-match interview after the Svitolina match. And we've got the comment here, pink definitely is Iga's colour. The question I'm asking you guys is, who wore it better? Iga or Fonseca? Which one wore it better? But they're both repping the pink numbers. It seems like that is the season colour at the moment. Some words about Qinwen Zheng. Of course, I've said she did great at the Australian Open. She is playing the best tennis of her career. She is a good player, 7 in the world. But a real weakness, I feel, is the fact that she doesn't find many first serves. She has one of the lowest in the top 100. I think it is, I don't know if this is saying the actual lowest, but it must be, because 51.3% of her first serves go in. And that is incredibly low as an average. And her serve is one of the best on tour as well. So it just I think highlights how she can one day potentially trouble them big players. Because if, for example, she gets her average up to even as little as 60%, that will make such a difference. There'll be so many more free points she'll get. If she gets it to 70, you'd then say maybe she can challenge for Grand Slams, because she's got a really good overall game. Of course, I think she needs to develop everything, and she's pretty young and learning her trade. But the big one is the first serve. Not finding enough first serves to make her that next level player. Let's go back to the quarterfinal matchups, and I'm going to give my prediction for Iga Qinwen Zheng. I might even give my prediction for the others as well, but let's start with this one. And unfortunately for Zheng, I'm actually going for Iga in straight sets. I think she's going to keep the run going. I think we're going to see a tight first set and a more convincing second, and Iga is going to beat Qinwen Zheng. In the other matches, I think Sirsteya is going to knock out Vondrausova as a bit of an upset. I'm going to have Rybakina beating Paolini, maybe in 3 sets. And I'm going to have Coco Gauff going out again, this time to Kalinskaya. She's really impressed me this tournament. She's just beaten Ostapenko. So who's to say she can't beat Coco Gauff as well? And there we go. That's it for my prediction on this video. It's Dubai quarterfinal time. Please join us for our podcasts and reviews of some of the matches. I don't think we'll be able to cover them live due to work, but please join us for our thoughts after the match. And of course, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you very soon.